Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Divinely Favorite Me, coming to you once again on Sprinkled with Spirit Tarot. I'm up. I have a little sinus infection or something going on, so please excuse how I'm looking because I'm looking like I'm looking, I'm telling. But I am feeling the energy that we are needing to tap more into our power. We're needing to stand in our power and just allow the negative energy to just roll off of our back, because people are going to send negative comments or negative anything your way. Just continue to take your spiritual baths, your cleansing, saging your home, using your black salt, whatever it is that you do to protect yourself. Prayer should be the number one thing that we are doing in this time. Um, Going through these different shifts and retrogrades and things, it has been very difficult for me. I don't know about anyone else. Other people are having whatever they're going through, but I feel like we're needing to stand firm, stand tall on what it is that we believe in. Not letting anyone try to come in and sway your views. Um, yeah, so let's find out what Spirit has for us in the wee hours of the morning. Spirit, give us a sacred power card. What do we need to focus on in this time? What do we needing to focus on? What are we needing to focus on as a collective in this time? I'll take the one on the bottom. Right. We have the Devas. This is basically just saying we need to tap into um, our ancestors, into our DNA, into our Akashic records, things like that. You need to meditate more. You're needing to open that crown chakra, that third eye chakra. Clear quartz could be very significant in this time. It is something that brings forth clarity. It's a gemstone that I have some somewhere that brings forth, just clear thoughts. We're needing to clear out our minds and sit still and sit with ourselves, so we can get the wisdom, you know, that Spirit is wanting us to have at this time. Um, yeah, let's get one more. One more, Spirit. One more for us in this time. What else are we needing to focus on? We got the whole book. We'll be here all night, won't we? Spirit, make it plain for us. Okay. Self-love. Self-love. Loving yourself more. Showing yourself the love that other people might not show you, that you don't feel that you're getting from others. We get treated by others in the way that we treat ourselves. So if we love ourselves and we project love, then love will automatically come back to us. Spirit is with us with all this, light and everything. We need to let our light shine. We are beacons of light. We're here to encourage, to love, to love unconditionally, without limits, without expectations, to be givers. I never really seen this on this card. It looks like another little person. So you could be wanting to focus more on your inner child right now, going through healing some old wounding or anything that you're suffering from in this time. Yeah, let's get one more. One more. Yeah, I felt like we needed one more. Yeah, change. We're to a point, where it's time for a change. You can go backwards, back to the person that you used to be, or you can look forward to the person that you are aspiring to become. Yeah. Just like the seasons, it's always a time of change. Change is inevitable. 444 on the clock when I said that. Change is inevitable. It's something that we all have to embrace. We have to accept, because life changes, the world changes, people change. It's just something that is inevitable, something that we have to allow ourselves to embrace. Because when you resist change, change is still going to come. You're just going to be, you know, miserable because you're fighting the changes that need to take place. So, I'm a firm believer on reading what the exact book, terminology is. That's just me. I want to know for sure that I'm giving you guys the proper information. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like I have all these cards memorized or anything like that. I go off of what I get intuitively, what the imagery makes me feel, and then I go back to the book. So the Devas is a 10. So we know 10 is completion. So there's a cycle that is completing in your life, something that you are mastering or needing to master. It says, Devas, master your own energy. Take appropriate action. It also says, Devas are highly evolved nature spirits that make their way across all realms. Every part of the world is alive with nature spirits. Devas are found in water, fire, trees, and crystals. These intelligent beings follow the law of karma, manipulating energy around our thought patterns to achieve specific results. Devas are masters of energy and encourage you now to master your own. Learn about your reactivity issues and events. Gain greater insight into your being. What are you putting out to the universe? Ask the Devas for help with this task so you can move through life's changes with ease. The Devas has made themselves known to you and encourage you to work with the energy of crystals to turn your thoughts and actions into positive processes. Working with crystal Devas can align you with the vibrations suited towards the shift you are looking for or physically working on. Right now, you are being guided to connect with all Devas of the earth realm. Take a gentle walk through a brushland or garden. Visit ponds, lakes, or streams. Spend time connecting to the breath of nature. Communicating with Devas in ways support a positive lifestyle. Painting and nurturing your own garden in pots or in soil creates a happy space for Devas to play in. Creating a happy relationship with the Devas encourages them to work in your favor when you request their assistance. The Krista Deva of Clear Quartz is asking you to connect with the Crystal Kingdom. Clear Quartz is a master healing crystal. It has the potential to work on any condition or illness known as the Stone of Power. It amplifies the energy and intentions around it. The Crystal Deva supports daily affirmations and mantras with positive energy. A prayer for this. The seven great rishis. I ask you to liberate my soul's consciousness so I can live a life of peace, love, and happiness. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on to self-love. Okay, self-love is 29. It reduces to an 11. 11 is um like solid foundation to me. It's connecting more so with yourself, your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, realizing what your worth is, who you are. All right, so it says be courageous. Listen to your own advice. Your inner child is an aspect of the self, reminiscent of all that you have learnt and experienced. Free, spontaneous, creative, and full of wonder, your inner child longs to be in a state of joy, but also requires nurturing and attention and constant reassurance. Your inner child feels these extreme of emotions because they lack understanding of why particular circumstances have occurred. You can shift long-standing emotional patterns by working with your inner self. Resolve problems, traumas, and issues that you have found challenging and difficult to address. While you may have grown up quickly or had limited childhood, absent of opportunities and experiences, the inner child is an aspect of you that requires love and attention. Even as an adult, emotions are powerful. Like children, adults manipulate, rebel, throw tantrums, and can also put on a brave face for the sake of others. To create a symbiotic relationship, you, the parent, and your inner child must work in agreement of security, safety, acceptance, and surety. Acknowledging that you have been wounded in the first is the first step to shifting your mindset. Self-love is essential right now as there is a child within you needing parental help and advice, grieving for the past or circumstances that we did not understand at the time. No matter how old you were, is now necessary. Helplessness, confusion, or feeling overwhelmed can trigger childlike behavior, such as tantrums, manipulation, and rebellion in an attempt to get what you want. Take the time to be playful and curious. Be courageous and learn the power of no. It is with it will shield you from pushy people seeking to compromise your values and integrity. If you were to see the little you now, what sage advice would you give, knowing what you know today? An affirmation for this is I nurture the child within me. I am complete, whole, and secure. I am safe. So, yeah, a lot of us need to heal or work on our inner child. We need to love us, give ourselves, like I said, the love that we didn't receive as children from others. I mean, that's a big deal. If you have wounds from childhood that you don't even know that you have, you can't heal what isn't revealed. If you haven't said, yes, this happened to me when I was a child. Yes, I felt left out in the cold by my mom, my dad. My parents died when you were young. It's all different things that cause holes in the soul throughout our lifetime. And on this spiritual journey, we start to learn like how we are all interconnected, how we keep those generational curses going through, how we treat our children, how we nurture them as children. And there's no manual on how to be a good parent. There's no guide telling anyone how to do things right. Everybody has an opinion, but your opinion is really, for your particular situation. You don't know what everybody's life is like. You don't know what people have been through. You don't know what people are going through. And I have noticed that, over my life, I was a victim of like a yelling household, a cussing household. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents. I love the childhood that I had for the most part. But like I said, people don't, it's basically trial and error. And I'm the third child of, three children. So it was basically, what they did wrong with the other ones, they tried to compensate with each, the next child after. So, you know, it's just a learning process. But as you get older and you have your own kids and you realize that there is no manual, there's gonna be some mistakes or some learning curve to being a parent. I want to encourage my children to be the best that they can be. Yes, we had a rocky start. Some things happened when my children were younger, that I wish I could take back, but I can't. So now I try my best to be there for them. I try to let them know as much as possible that I do love them and I do care and they're perfect just the way God made them. I do try to tell them, encourage them to be more kind and more loving and more open with their emotions, because suppressed emotions is what hurts you in the end, because eventually those emotions are going to surface, and there's going to be a time when you have to address those emotions at some point in your life. And the sooner you realize that, and the sooner you can do it, you know, that's when the change comes. Alright, so we have 6. And as you all know, your girl is a Gemini, and we are in the 6th year, with it being 2022, and it reduces down to a 6. So I know that change is coming. 6 is like self empowerment, self, you know, per, pres, bleh, self preservation, going towards your dreams, having that stable foundation, commitments, and things are going to change this year. So this is a perfect card for us in this time, since it is the year of the 6. It says, change, new beginnings, bring challenges, adapt to your surroundings. Let me show you guys these cards. That's what I should have did while I was reading. Like the wind, the universal spiral symbolizes change and growth. The spiral is a sacred symbol that reflects the universal pattern of growth, evolution, the goddess, fertility, and life force energy. Just like the changing seasons, new life is formed after a period of hibernation. Plants know when to shed parts of themselves, dropping their leaves, branches, and seeds at the precise moment. Their natural rhythm is synchronized with their environment. Walking down the road of change allows you to see where you have been and where you are going. This perspective can be confronting, but one needs to recognize past issues and mistakes to make better choices. These learning experiences require you to let go and surrender to your own divine will. Beginnings are often described as painful beginnings. Accepting your current position in life can offer powerful realizations about your current circumstances. Focus on life changes now. If you insist on making a decision, be patient and seek professional advice to secure solid foundations before the final phase. Right now, there is a change in the air. You are moving quickly into the next cycle of your life. This acceleration may feel uncomfortable at first, but it is essential for your progression. Being uncomfortable allows your soul to expand and grow. Surrender and let go of any fear you have surrounding the change required to ensure a smooth transition. Changing your circumstances in career, habits, family, finance, relationships, locations, ideas, and beliefs are all possible now. Be open to the possibilities. Just like an eclipse, severe change can be perceived as a negative influence, but in reality, it often leads to a more productive, beneficial outcome. Adapting to your new surroundings may take time. Relieve any anxiety by removing your resistance to universal flow. When the winds of change slow down and the dust begins to settle, reflect on how far you have come. Affirmations. I move through life with ease, reflecting on each learning experience with love and understanding. I surrender my fear to the universe with freedom. Absolutely beautiful. I love these cards. All right, let's see. I wanted to get us a crystal message. It's perfect. Precious gems, since we were talking about the devils. I'm going to get us one of those. And might get us a believe in your own magic card. Just coming with some encouragement, you know, encouraging people to stand in their power as well as myself. So, yeah, encouraging. Alright, Spirit, can we get a precious gem? We got two, so we'll take those two. Alright. So the first one is Bornite, Joyfulness, which is an 8. You know, for me, 8 is abundance and like the infinity, like the circle, you know, the circle of life. Pretty much it just keeps going and going. Cycles repeat themselves. It's a beautiful crystal. I wish I had some of this. I'm going to find it. Alright. Then we have Malachite, Transformation. Another 10 card. So completion. It's a beautiful green stone. Yeah, so let's read these. It says, Bornite, Joyfulness. Cleft open the light, I am transformed, tarnished, tainted, from steady brown to iridescent glory I go. Experience is no stain on me. It is worn as jubilant delight. I didn't come here to stagnate. I am exposed like a negative that captured a moment. Snap, break open to bliss. The divinatory meaning of this: happiness is a celebration of the present, not a betrayal of the past. Joy brings resilience, objectivity, and motivation. Shared laughter brings relief. A tender truth is brought into the light. What is revealed is healed. Just like I was saying, if you hold all that stuff in and you never let it out and you never reveal it, you can't heal it. Affirmation. There is always a positive. I see joy all around me. I bring happiness to others. My chakras are aligned and balanced. Absolutely beautiful. I want to show you this. It's like a purplish, pinkish. It's absolutely beautiful though. I love this card. I love these cards, period. They have such beauty and like such detail. Alright, now we're going to go to Malachite. Alright. Malachite 19 reduces to a 10, so ending of a cycle, transforming into something, a new creature. It says Malachite, transformation. A single seed falls in the open soil and initiates the growth of a great and magic show. It is the humble beginning of a powerful process of ongoing change. Emptiness becomes fulfillment. Light and loss become lush, reaching living gems that sprout seeds of their own. Many bands of green bejewel the forest and transform the very air to growth. The divinatory meaning: be resourceful. A mundane skill can become a great asset. Bring out the best of what you have at hand. Dust off the old and make it new. Personal transformation inside and out. An affirmation to use with this stone: I am ready to transform. My life force is stimulated. I have the strength and the courage. I am drawn to the right path. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alright, I'm going to get you one more card and then your girl's out of here, you guys. I love you. And I hope that you love me too. Alright, let's get you some believe in your own power. Because we are powerful. We are powerful. Our thoughts are powerful. You know, our words are powerful. Our actions are powerful. And we need to be mindful of how we use our thoughts, how we use our words, and how we use our actions. Spirit. Uh, I'll take that one. Confidence. It comes with time and practice. We have 23. 23 reduces to a 5, and that means some type of change. So this message has been about changing. Transformation is a form of change. Let's get one more. This is about change. I'm going to take this one because it's a lighthouse. This is a 2. Don't doubt your worth. That sign on that thing says, I am always enough. I love it. And we also have red at the bottom of the deck. It says forgive. So I'm going to take that one too. Because it's a 10. And we know 10s, we've been talking about ending of cycles, changing, transforming, allowing things to play out naturally as they should. Yeah, we can't control anybody. We can't control outcomes of certain situations. And if we do, usually those outcomes don't turn out to the best. Okay, let's start with 10. Forgiveness is a very important thing, so let's talk about that first. It says red, forgive. You've been holding a grudge against someone in your life. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No, forgive them on your own terms, if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red hope that gets you through your sleepless nights. So yeah, people can't rush you to forgive. You forgive when you're ready. Sometimes there's still healing needed to be done in order to be able to forgive. A lot of times we have to forgive ourselves before we can forgive others, because we realize that a lot of things that went on, we, brought that on ourselves. Like, we allowed certain things to take place. We accepted certain behaviors off of certain people, even including ourselves. So, start out with forgiving you. Forgive yourself for all the things that you feel that you could have done differently or better. Know that mistakes are only lessons learned. If you don't make a mistake, it means you didn't try anything. And what's the fun in that? We have 20, lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you are capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your own biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of the outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. Yeah, so these are 3 of the main things you need. Self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. You see, each one of those terms start with the word self, and then followed by the extension: self-love, self-kindness, self-confidence. So you start with you. Once you start to love yourself, once you're more kind to yourself, once you're more confident in yourself, then you can give all that to others. You can just love, be kind, and show confidence. It's a process to this. Alright, so we have 23, like I said, which reduces down to 5, and 5, are about change. So things are about to change for you, my dears. It says confidence. It comes with time and practice. It seems like everywhere around you, people are chattering about how confident they are and just how freeing it feels. You wish you could relate to them, but you haven't gotten there yet. Listen, excuse me. Listen, it's all right. Confidence is not an instant or overnight evolution. Just like with everything else, It takes time, practice, and a lot of unlearning of toxicity. So yeah, so what we've been around or been exposed to in our lives, it places some barriers for us, whether it be confident, because we live in a society where they paint you a picture of what they feel is perfect. They paint you a picture of what is accepting, whether it be in social media, whether it be in, the news, or whether it be on movies. They have their own, prototype of how everything should look, how you should look, how your home should look, how your cars, and things should look. But at the end of the day, that's just, what it is. It's a prototype. It prototypes, there's way more than one of them. You know, everybody doesn't fit into the same mold. Everybody doesn't, you know, what works for you might not work for me. The way you look might not be how I look, but we can still enjoy life the same. We can still love each other and love ourselves in the manner that we should. Don't fall so much into the status quo, into the stereotypical, you're supposed to look like this, you're supposed to be this size, you're supposed to be that size. If you don't have this by the time you're 30 or the time you're 40, if you don't have kids, if you're not married, don't fall into that, because everybody's happiness and wish fulfillment is not the same. It's not. Our life is just that, our life. So accept who you are, love who you are, be kind to who you are, and have confidence in who you are. Because at the end of the day, there is no one else in this world exactly like you. You are unique, and you are made that way for a reason. So, with that being said, you guys, thank you for tuning in to Sprinkle Spirit with Tarot. Your girl, Divinely Favored Me, loves you, and I know that the Most High God does too. So, if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That way, I can be circulated around YouTube, and that you can get more of this content. So, smooches.